Hello buddy, it's vanburman here. I'm not very well, as you could probably tell by my voice, but I do want to do a video seeing as some news has just come out and I thought I'd like to share it, seeing as it's a game that I've put in my most anticipated games of the year for the past 2 years now, I think it is anyway, and that is Hellraid. Now I'm a big fan of Hellraid and what I've seen so far. Obviously I've not had chance to play in the demo or anything, but I do have some correspondence with them that I can, have a talk with them nearer the time the game is to be released, or at least, well, that was about a year ago now. They said I could do that, so I don't know if that still holds true or not. We'll have to see if they honour that. But yeah, well, I guess it might not even make any difference anyway, because as you already know, the game has already been delayed twice now. It was delayed. I can't remember the second time it was delayed. I remember one of the times it was delayed was because they received a lot more funding for the game, so they wanted to build it on a whole new engine. And if you've seen any of the footage of Hellraid, it does look amazing. It was really sort of my idea of, I suppose, what I'd like, sort of a co-op Elder Scrolls to look and feel, but maybe a bit darker. And that seemed to be what we would be getting. They're not released any of that. Even though they do have a playable version, they're not released any of that through Steam now. Would go on, which is a bit of a shame, because I would have liked to have seen what it played like. But is it dead? Well, I'm going to read out this statement that they put on Facebook earlier, even though the gameplay's in the background. But I'll read it out, even though my voice is a bit croaky. Dear Hellraid fans, we would like to officially announce that our Dark Fantasy FPP first, I don't even know what that means, game Hellraid will not be released this year as previously planned. Now you got to remember, it was also planned at one point to be released the year before last, but I won't, attack them too much for that. And the development of the game has been put on hold. I think for me that's a key thing. But anyway, I'm going to move on. In the recent months, we conducted an internal analysis. Ugh, come on, voice. And we came to the conclusion that Hellraid, in its current shape and form, is not meeting our own expectations for this project, which I find difficult to believe because it does look really, really good. So I'm not sure what problems they've got. Therefore, we decided the best course of action would be to send it back to the drawing board and invent our dark fantasy title anew. Now you see, that to me, I've not read the rest of it yet, but that to me says that it's being scrapped entirely, and that the game in its current form, as they've said, is not going to be released. And if you've seen any of the stuff in it in its current form, or in the form that they've released playable demos and shown off to everyone, it does look really good. I would have virtually no problem with doing that. It's almost, if I'm not going to be cynical, it sounds like they're trying to make Hellraid 2 before they've released Hellraid 1. But my cynical nature says that this is probably the end of Hellraid, I should have thought. Anyway, we're going to read the next bit, and that sort of adds to that. In the meantime, we will consolidate our development resources and focus on further expansion of our Dying Light franchise. I wish to thank all of our fans for your support. You're the best. Now, them saying that they want to concentrate on Dying Light basically says that, I don't know, I don't know, I haven't got the figures in front of me, but I would suggest that they made quite a bit of money from Dying Light, and the projections may have been that Hellraid wasn't going to be as popular. Maybe it's a little bit more niche than Dying Light, but yeah, I am really, really disappointed with this news. It sums up basically what's wrong with game development companies. I mean, at one point, these were sort of an indie development team, and then obviously they got a lot of funding, and which is why they decided to redo Hellraid, and now it's not going to happen. Well, and they've not said it's not going to happen. They said they're going to do it, invent it again, but we all know what that means. So yeah, if it is coming out, it's got another 2 years. Unfortunately, this does mean I'm going to have to omit it from the whatever it is, most anticipated game, so it won't be in it next year. But that's a bit of a shame, because it was a game that I've been looking forward to for a very, very, very long time, and when I first heard it was coming out, I thought, wow, I'm going to be able to have some great co-op games on that with that game. Oh, I sound absolutely terrible. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I'm really disappointed about all of this, and yeah, I mean, it's a shame that, you know, they come up with such a good idea that a lot of people liked, and now they're not going to go follow through with it, which is really disappointing, especially when they said they weren't going to do early access because they got all this funding. I don't know, would that have made any difference? I guess it's all jammed tomorrow, but it's not worth worrying about what's happened in the past now. I do hope that they will release their, because obviously they had 2 levels, I think, that were playable. I do hope that they release them, so that, you know, the people that have been sort of waiting for it for a long time, you know, actually get to have a little play on the game, which I think would be amazing. But anyway, that's just my point of view. I'm going to write in a comment to them on Facebook just to put that out there, and yeah, if they let us, then that would be really good, I think, you know, just so we get, because the people who've waited so long, we actually get a taste of what Hellraid would have been, or could have been, even. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Any thoughts or whatever, put them in the comment below, and I'll read them at some point. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.